Hello, Loveland. I pray all is well with you. This is going to be a blackout reading for the rest of October, November, and December. There are going to be secrets revealed to you about your friends, your family, jobs, unfortunate events, and even fortunate ones. I ask you, what would you do if you found out that everything you believed in this life wasn't real? Your family isn't your family. Your friends aren't your true friends. And jobs are set up for you to be watched, or unfortunate events were created to deter certain things in life. What would you do? Have you healed yourself or gone within yourself enough to be able to accept the changes that you woke up one day and was suddenly your reality? Would you get angry? Would you trust God in knowing that although unfair, you're still covered in His blood and protected, and knowing that the opposite of everything you've ever believed was still for your good? To some, that may sound crazy, like, how can that be for my good if it was all a lie? Well, the truth is, everything that was created for your demise was actually a setup for your blessings. God knew what these people or things were being created in your life for. And He also knew that you would come back to Him, and you would stay with Him, and you would believe in Him, and He would be able to show you the glory in it all. You, me, us, we were God's hidden treasure in plain sight. We were the diamond in the rough. We were placed to show these people how to love unconditionally, how to reach for their higher selves and do right by us, to change the errors of their ways, to break the cycles that they had brought into this realm, into this reincarnation, into this lifetime with them, to prove and honor the contracts that they signed before they came into this world, this reincarnation. And unfortunately, they allow the land of milk and honey, the matrix, greed, money, manipulation, the misuse of their abilities, God-given, beautiful abilities, to take over and sell their souls for that purpose and not care who they hurt along the way. They sacrificed us. And when they could help, they didn't. And they actually found some type of gratitude in themselves to see us suffer. And that's hurtful. But when you have gone to God and healed and asked Him to be your, to fight all your battles and be your battlefield, then you come to learn that No weapon formed against you really cannot prosper. You learn to change your mindset. You learn to stop running to your enemies for help. You learn to accept rejection as protection because you already know that every single time you're rejected, it creates a blessing beyond measures of what you were even asking for. Unfortunately, the people closest to us has used us for pawns and used our energy to thrive most of our life. Because when God puts a blessing on your life, it's shown at birth. Everyone around you sees it. You're the only one who has to grow into it. I thank God for my growth. I thank God for the pain. I thank God for the clarity. I thank God for my abilities that He's blessed me with because I always leaned on Him. I never sought revenge. I never stooped to the level of the people who hurt me. If anything, I made myself even more vulnerable to the pain because of how I love. So unconditionally. I thank God for my heart. And I now thank God for my new beginning and allowing me to align with my higher self and who He placed me here to truly be. I no longer have to hide. I no longer have to sugarcoat for the protection of others. I no longer have to act like I don't see the disrespect. I no longer have to privately cry over how people I love so dearly mistreat me or has mistreated me. I chose to bury the old me that they created and attach to the real me that God created. I welcome the new me. I forgive them because they had no idea of how protected I am and how their actions will be their fate and how I will be the one that they will need and run to, but won't be able to reach because of the shield that God has placed around my life as my reward of trusting Him. I released control of the matrix in February of 2021. And I gave that control to God in the universe to be my supplier of all things. And when you have people who have controlled your life for so long, the narrative of how you move and where you go and knowing how you love and trust them and their opinion, they don't like when you go against that. It's unfortunate, honestly, because it's a form of control and narcissism to control someone else's life to gain gratitude in their own. And it's presented as love. And until you wake up to who you are and the truth of your own life, you will see it as love. But love is unconditional. And when you love someone, you don't allow them to suffer no matter what choices they make in their life. You congratulate them. You encourage them. You pray for their uplifting and ascending and not wallow in gratitude of their pain. When you ascend, you're going to be forced to let those people go. You're going to be forced to see the truth and who they really, really are. And let me tell you now, you're not even going to be able to understand how you can believe the things that they have done, the lengths that they have gone through or gone to keep up their control and facade over your life. The money they spent, the spells they've done, the manipulation and mind control that they have indulged in, the sleepless nights to harbor over your life defeat. And then wonder why they're sick. Wonder why projects that they normally would win in, they're now losing in because you pulled your energy and your power back. When you pull back your own energy from the people who are envious of your light, basically it's the bottom line, envious of what God gave you, when you pull it back and sit still out of your emotions and pay attention to what you can no longer physically or visually deny, you will see the fate. 11:44 on the clock when I said that. You will see the fate of these people's lives that created it, that was created of their own doings. The Matrix has taught us so many things that we have lived by for so long that has kept us blind to even what it has manipulated us into believing. Okay? That's why it's so important to change your mindset and not fight what you feel. The Matrix wants you not to feel so that you cannot see the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, all in divine order and timing on the clock. It's all in order. You just got to open your mind and your heart past what you've experienced and see the bigger picture from a different point of view. It hurt you and it left you because it was never meant to be there. They hurt you and they mistreated you because you were in a lower vibration and mindset that allowed these people to manipulate you through your kindness. But that kindness is yours. It's your blessing. It's what has kept you safe. It is what has allowed you to be in this moment in time, to be able to have the opportunity to change your mindset, to see people around you that you have known all your life and trusted all your life, to see them for who they really are. And it's still with love. It's not with hate because, again, your heart, when your heart is pure, it's hard to hate, just period. It doesn't make sense what people do. It just doesn't make sense. So things replay in your mind that you push away because who wants to see or who wants to even believe it's possible? Okay? Pray about it. Sit still with yourself in quiet silence and just listen. Just listen to your inner, higher, intuitional self. And you will be so amazed at what God reveals to you. People say they don't believe in karma because they know it's coming. They know the things that they have done in their life is just to karma. It's fitting to karma. People will use the Bible to protect what they do in the dark, or use church or religion, or manipulate the words of the pastor to fit their life and use it for a cloak of protection. But guess what? Real life laws, it doesn't work that way. They're not cloaking themselves from anyone but themselves. And guess what? When you blind yourself from you just keep yourself stuck in toxicity or illusions of what you think you're doing is working. And guess what, guys? Honestly, at one stage of our lives, when we're on a lower vibration and following the matrix and trusting them and doing what we only knew to do before we woke up to see and know better, it was working. So they felt safe behind their cloak. But we are now removed from behind the veil and the cloak of our own selves. So there's nothing that they can do that will fool us, create an illusion, blind us. They can't. It doesn't work anymore. So you will see people scurry around. You will see people be nicer to you than usual. You will see people offer you things that they usually wouldn't offer. You'll be able to ask people for things that used to say no, that are now saying yes. But some of them will still utilize their control because you haven't outwardly let them know that you see what they do. In all due respect of me and my Most High Creator, in the truth that He allows me to see every single day, in the truth that He's allowed me to cry to my enemies with, that used it against me to weaken me, I respectfully, disrespectfully out everyone who has come against me. I see you and I can hear you, because those are the abilities that God gave me to protect me from you. So if you're wondering if I know, even when I talk to you and act like I don't, and you hang up the phone and you talk about it, guess what? I hear you. When you tell me one thing, but it's really something else, guess what? I can feel you. God told me that I am everything that is and everything that will ever be. And that is Him in me. I believe Him because He's shown me. No one can tell you what your reality is because only you can experience it. And it's for you and you only. And that's why many don't believe it and many don't understand it. And they go against it because people fear what they don't understand. And they envy what they cannot have. But the reason they can't have it is because they envy it. We all were born with abilities. We're all here to live a better life than the one before. We're all here to utilize the lessons that we have learned in past lives. And trust me, some of us have had many. The society has taught us to run away from the people who have hurt us in this life, when actually a lot of the people who have hurt us in our life is mirrors of the things in us that we are to learn from them to actually change and alter those things within us. And they are the catalyst to our ascension. And a lot of those people that we separate from in those pain, we change for the better, and that separation is meant to change them for the better, so that when we both change and ascend and wake up for the better, we're meant to come back together better. Now, I'm not talking about What's understood is it doesn't have to be explained. Some things you cannot come back from. Some people cannot ascend. Some people go through the dark night of the souls and they don't ever come back to the light. Don't set yourself up for people who have drained your light to the point of near death or wanting to die. I've been there. If most of you only knew my story, but my story wasn't meant for you then because I had to understand why I was going through it. Now I do. If I told you the things that has been done in the background that they think I don't know because I still speak to them in love, you wouldn't believe it. But God silenced me and God put me in solitude on purpose. Y'all, I'm a crybaby. Because that's how I show my gratitude to the Most High that has protected me from so much. You all too have been protected from so much. You don't even have a clue. You don't even have a clue of the things and the people and the circumstances that you have been protected from unknowingly by the pure, unmatchable, matchless grace of God. Be mindful of what people tell you in comfort. Be mindful of how comfortable people are of telling you the things that they believe in and they don't believe in. When it raises the eyebrow, it takes you back. It's supposed to. Move back. Protect yourself. People have become skilled with being shapeshifters in our life to present themselves as who they want us to see. Open your mind to what you feel in your body. Educate yourself on what those things mean. You're only clueless because you choose not to know. With society today, and as many of us that have awakened the 144,000 that God chose, and we answered, don't miss the mark. Time is an illusion, but it's also time. The reason I say time is an illusion because if time was meant for, in this realm, meant for your good, okay? Or, let me put this correctly. Time, in my opinion, and this is what I hear, and this is why I say time doesn't exist, because in the 5D, in the spiritual realm, with God, time does not exist because he does things in divine timing. There's nothing that you can do in this realm, 3D world, that can stop something from happening in your life that's divinely meant to happen. It can be delayed until you're ready, or God see that everything is removed from around you so that you can receive it and it not be squandered away from you because you're still sleeping. But if time was meant to be a good thing, you would not have a shift to go to work. Shift. Hear me out. 25, which is 7 on the clock. Change, abundance, and understanding. If work was meant for your good, you would not have a shift, a time frame to get it done. That's a form of control and manipulation to control your life. Y'all listen. Nothing is by accident. The enemy does not want me to give this message because it breaks the code of the matrix, which is my purpose, which is my light. I know who I am. I know what I'm meant to do. And I have been, y'all, I'm going to start telling you what my experiences have been in life. All the ways that the secret societies have invited me in, sent me invitations, I should say, because I denied the invite. Masons have come to my house to fix plumbing in suits, y'all. You wouldn't believe the events of my life that I keep close to my chest because it's God's way of protecting me in time. Everything in divine timing. Because I'm so quiet and I don't let all the cats out the bag, people think they are getting over and manipulating me. 27 on the clock again. 9, which is change. I could go on for hours telling you events of my life, but it wasn't meant to be a long message. Everything that was meant to be said is short and sweet. It's not drawn out because it's not an illusion. Please sit with yourselves. I'm going to give you some transparency on how God pushed me into doing this video today, because the signs have been around me and I've prayed for obedience for years, and finally I caught up with my higher self to obey. 10 on the clock. Completion. My lights got turned out today for 46 cents. And it wasn't that I didn't have the 46 cents. 28 on the clock, because God blesses me with more than I need when I need it. Always. But this time it was a lesson that He was going to force me to be obedient past my fears of what I was protecting that never protected me. I had more than the 46 cents. Glory God. But I didn't have enough to pay the system what I needed to pay to cover that 46 cents. 11 on the clock. God is here with me all the time, y'all. 29 when I said that. A lot of people don't believe in their ancestors. A lot of people don't believe in spirits. A lot of people get shook when you say spirits. But the truth of the matter is, y'all, it's your intentions and what you utilize. You understand me? If you are of good and you want what's best for people and you don't go around, creating malice and strife and wishing harm on people, then the energies of the spirits that God sent to you, or you summons in, or even your divine ancestors, it's your intentions of what surrounds you. When you sit and you do wish harm on evil, and you indulge in envy and jealousy and harm, then you invite those type of spirits around you. When you dive into divination and conjure up spirits and go to the graveyard, y'all, people do strange things for power. And they don't realize that these spirits that they're conjuring up, they're in their resting place, even when they are of a darkness. And you disrupting their rest better be for a good cause. What people like that don't understand, that's just so gung-ho for power, is that a chosen one, someone who is pure at heart and chosen by God, those those evil spirits will not touch us, because they know 31:31 on the clock when I said that. They know the wrath of God's hand even in their death. I don't know either way to put it. And another thing they don't understand is that we all have good and, or should I say, light and dark ancestors or spirits that work for us. So they can't touch us. If you know where you came from and you are awakened, this will make sense to you. I know the realms in which I am able to walk through and be untouched. I know that when I am sent something evil, it is now returned to haunt the person who sent them, because they were awakened for no reason. They made a deal with them before they even came to see who they were awakening them for. So now when they come and see that it's me, they're like, oh, hell no, I'm already in hell. Let me do this to you and take you where I am, so you can understand that my rest that I have had to come and be comfortable within because of the choices I made in life is still sacred to me, and you bothering me. You're disturbing the rest that I've come comfortable with. To go against someone that, hell, I may have did wrong in life, that is the reason I'm here. You think I'm going to do it again? Come on. Oh, you stuck with me now for the rest of your life. If I don't drag you down here with me so you can live my life with me, because I am miserable and misery loves company. That's where that comes from. 33:33 on the timer, y'all. Wake up. And the truth is, everybody has a divine timing to wake up. So even if you don't get it yet, but you open your mind and your heart and you start doing research and things kind of start making sense, and you listen to your higher self and your intuition, and you pay attention to your dreams and the synchronicities of the numbers around you and the music, the words in the music, because we've been for so long programmed to listen to the beat instead of the words. If you go back, you will realize that people in our life have been talking about this for years. Listen to Lauryn Hill. Listen to Erykah Badu. Listen to Mary J. Listen to, oh my God. It's so many that has already been talking about the matrix and spirit and ascension and love, light, balance, and blessings and manifestation. It's been in our music for years. But we like the beat. 3, 4, 5 on the clock. Divine order. It's time. That's why you see so much of it now on social media, because God has made it available and easily tangible for us to get it. It's been hidden for so long. That is the matrix. Why do you think they took parts of the Bible away? Why do you think things are being discovered now that's thousands of years old? It's always been here. Learn where you come from. I know where I come from, but that's my business. Because people will still lurk and still try to destroy what you believe. But when you know who you are, because God told you and showed you, it don't matter what they do. I'm royalty. That's why they can't touch me. I'm not from the bloodline. Y'all, come on. My lineage is shamans and priests, high priestesses and magicians that did good. Herbalists, people they called witches because they were able to heal from the land.